Hi, dear students, welcome back once again. So in the previous video, we had gone through section A of ISC Political Science Specimen Paper 2023. So today in this video, we'll do the remaining two sections, section B and section C. So if you have not gone through section A, then you please watch it and go through it so that it will be very, very helpful to you all. I'll provide the link in the description box too. Okay, so let's start with section B. So section B is of 32 marks, and let's start with question number 1. So enumerate any two methods for amending the Indian Constitution. Two methods I've mentioned it over here. The first method is that amendment bill has to be passed by each houses of the parliament by majority of its membership by two-third majority of members present and voting. And the second method is an amendment has to be passed by two-third majority in both houses of the parliament and ratification by at least half of the several states. Okay. Number 3, briefly discuss the importance of universal adult franchise. So many importance are there. You can write according to your choice also. So I have mentioned it over here. It testifies that democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It ensures popular participation in political affairs. It makes the government accountable to the people. It makes all section of people feel satisfied with the operation of the political system. That means you can participate in the political system of our country, formation of the government. Your importance is also there. So it means you can choose the government of your choice, and that is possible only when you have been given the universal franchise right to vote. Now, number 4, mention the composition and method of election. So of US Congress. The US Congress consists of two houses, the House of Representatives and the Senate. As you all know, House of Representatives is composed of 435 members, and the members are elected directly by the people of the country, okay, voters of the country. And the Senate is composed of 100 members. Altogether 50 states are there in USA, and each state represents two. And how is the members elected? How are the members elected? So earlier, before 1913, elections were held direct, but after the amendment of 17th amendment of US Constitution, indirect election has been replaced by direct popular election. Okay, so voters of each state collectively and directly will elect two representatives to the Senate. Now, number 4, examine any two special powers of Rajya Sabha. Two special powers. So power of declaring any state subject as subject of national importance. The second one, power of creation or abolition of any all India services. Okay. Number 5, explain any two legislative powers of President of India. So definitely whenever bills are passed, it need to be authenticated by the president, then only it becomes a act. Okay. The president, when the house is not in session, president even can pass the ordinance, which is temporary law. So it is a law of an authoritative nature, temporary law of an authoritative nature that is passed by the president. So third one, president has the authority to enact laws to ensure the peace, progress, and good governance of Andaman, Nicobar Island, Lakshadweep, Dadar and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. All these are union territories. So regarding ensuring peace and progress of these union territories, authority can enact laws. That means president can enact laws. Number 2, examine two veto powers of the president of USA. That means America. Two veto powers, suspensionary veto and the pocket veto. If you want, you can take the screenshot even. Okay. The President of USA can return a bill to the Congress before the expiry of 10 days, excluding Sundays, taken from the date on which it is submitted to him or for his signature. In this event, the two houses of Congress have to repass it. That means once the bill is sent back for reconsideration, within that period only you have to bill need to be passed by both the houses of the US Congress by two-third majority. If they manage to do it, well and good. If not, then bill will definitely will not be passed. It will be killed. Now, the last one you can see pocket veto. Pocket veto means Constitution grants President 10 days to review measures passed by the Congress. A pocket veto occurs when President of the United States fails to sign a piece of legislation either intentionally or unintentionally while the Congress is adjourned. After 10 days, if the Congress adjourns, okay, session comes to an end, until that time bill is not passed, then bill will be killed automatically. So that has emerged as a pocket veto of the President of USA. Question number 6, what type of cases covered under original jurisdiction? First of all, we should know what is meant by original jurisdiction. So the cases which comes to Supreme Court as the first instance is known as original jurisdiction. So which are the cases? So whenever any dispute between Indian government and one or more state, second one, any dispute between Indian government and one or more state, then third one, any dispute between two or more state, And the last one you can see here, if there is any infringement of fundamental right, to enforce the fundamental right, the Supreme Court also takes up the cases. Okay, so Article 32 of the Constitution provides original jurisdiction to SC Supreme Court for matters regarding the enforcement of fundamental rights. Number 7, five principles are there. Sorry, five central key ideas are there, which is mentioned in the preamble: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic. Any two you can explain it. So I have chosen socialist state and secular state. Both these were included in the preamble through 42nd Amendment Act in the year 1976. Okay, so socialist term was added in order to end all forms of exploitation. Okay, and to secure equitable distribution of income and resources. This word was added. Now, secular state, secular, so many religions are there in a country. So in order to maintain peace and harmony within the country, India is declared a secular state. Accordingly, India has no state religion. Each and every people can profess, practice, and propagate the religion of their choice. So all that religion shares equal place in our country. There is no state religion. Number 8, explain the significance of 11th schedule. So you know that 11th schedule covers 29 important subjects. Okay, as you all know that after the 73rd Amendment Act, okay, you know that this is taken from directive principles. So directive principles are non-justiciable. That is why in order to make in order to empower the village panchayats, this 11th schedule plays a very important role. So you can see here that 73rd Amendment Act became justiciable as it required each state to bring 29 sub. That means earlier it was not justiciable, no, as per the directive principle. But now, after 73rd Amendment Act, it became justiciable as it required each state government to bring 29 subject list in the 11th schedule in the constitution within the purview of the panchayats. Okay, the main objective was to empower the village panchayats. Examine the sons of soil principle with the help of any two examples. So what is the meaning of sons of soil? That means this idea, sons of soil, is the idea that give rise to importance of the native people over a region and discrimination against the people belonging to different regions. Like you might have heard about Maharashtrian for Marathi people, no, in Maharashtra for Maharashtrian, Assam for Assamese, Odisha for Odia people. Okay, and many of the regional parties, what they do, they pass laws and keep reservation for the people belonging to a particular group within the state. Okay, so many parties are there. You can check the book also. So I have mentioned over here a few names: MNLF in Mizoram, Gana Sangram Parishad in Assam, Raj Thakre's what you call Maharashtra Nav Nirman Sena is there. So okay, so they always demand that outsiders and foreigners should quit their state. So accordingly, it is against their religion, because as per the fundamental right, every people has a right to reside and settle in any part of the country. They can move anywhere in the country, settle it. But according to this sons of the soil principle, actually it is a direct blow to the Indian constitution. Now section C, 32 marks again. So for 8 marks, United Kingdom is a unitary state. Okay, so accordingly, justify the statement by explaining any 4 features of unitary state. So what should be the feature of unitary state? We have to mention it. So it is mentioned it over here. Suppose, for example, if you have learned the feature of unitary state, that also you can write it, but you have to mention it UK. Okay, mentioning UK. Like UK is a truly a unitary state. All powers are in the hands of government of United Kingdom, which is called the His Majesty's government. The laws made by the British Parliament apply to all people and places of the state. There are several well-organized local government which exercise civic powers in the local areas. Okay, but however, they derive their power from central government. Now, 4th one, you can see Constitution of UK is neither written nor does it enjoy supreme status. British Parliament is a sovereign and it can make or unmake any laws. So all these are the features of unitary state which I have mentioned it. 5 are there, and 4 you can write it down. Now, next 5 or 6. Okay, if you write to 4 also, there is no harm. Now compare and contrast the 2 houses of Indian Parliament. As you all know that 2 houses are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is for the lower house, Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Now in terms of election, you can see Lok Sabha members elected directly, Rajya Sabha members elected indirectly. Okay, Lok Sabha can be dissolved, whereas Rajya Sabha cannot be dissolved. As you all know, the Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Okay, in terms of passing ordinary bill, okay, both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha enjoys co-equal powers. Okay, whenever president declares emergency, approval of both the houses is required. Okay, both are powerful in this regard. But in terms of financial matter, like money matter, Lok Sabha is powerful over Rajya Sabha, because money bill can only be introduced in Lok Sabha, not in Rajya Sabha. Okay, And Lok Sabha has a real power to control the executive also. So here also Lok Sabha is powerful. Okay, some certain comparison differences are there, similarities are also there. Okay, so despite all this, Rajya Sabha is not a powerless house. Rajya Sabha enjoys respectful place in the constitutional system. Okay, now let us move on to question number 12. Enumerate the composition and any four functions Jilla Parishad. So what are the composition? So definitely all the president of Panchayat Samiti are the member of Jilla Parishad. MLAs and MPs representing district are also the member of Panchayat. Certain seats are reserved for ST, SC. Some seats are reserved for women also. That also you can mention it. And the functions. Many functions are there in your book. So you can choose any four and write it down. So I have mentioned it over here. It is a responsible. It is responsible for giving proper advice to Gram Panchayat. Okay, and block samiti and assistant in their functioning. In that, it is a responsibility of Jilla Parishad to give proper advice to Gram Panchayat, block samitis, and assist in their functioning. Second one, it acts as a connecting link between state government and bodies at lower level. In accordance with block samiti, it makes the development plans for the whole district. It even gives advice to state government regarding development efforts and plans in the district level. Okay. Now, discuss any four measures to strengthen the Indian democracy, the last chapter from political science. Okay, so what can be done in order to strengthen Indian democracy? First of all, you can see here, in order to eliminate the prevailing social and economic inequalities, what has to be done? First of all, you can see education is very, very important. So educate the people and motivate them to fight social evils, okay, for social progress. And to in order to remove economic inequalities, what has to be done? Rapid industrialization, agriculture, technological development of our nation is must. Okay, education must be spread all over. Okay, and illiteracy must be forcefully removed. How can it be done? By Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan must be given top priority. Okay, we must spend at least 6% of our national income on education. Strong steps for checking communalism must be undertaken without any delay. Okay, our education system must be reformed. Okay, it must be made a system working for popularizing a secular way of life. Stronger laws should be made and implemented for punishing the terrorists. So all these are to be taken into consideration in order to strengthen the Indian democracy. Okay, and the last question number 13, you have to read as very small paragraph, and according to this you have to write the answer. So all these are related with our text book syllabus only. So you can see Sahil is a driver in a company Vilai. He falls ill due to COVID-19 and is terminated. So he lost his job, and due to his termination, his son, who is a minor, had to take up the job in a coal mine. So identify the fundamental right violated in the above case. So of course, it is right against exploitation, which comes under Article 24, violation of this is the exploitation. Okay, children below the age cannot be forced to work in coal mines. So you have to explain this in detail in number 2. Article 24 provides that no child below the age of 14 years shall be employed to work in any mines. Okay, so why it is so? Because to protect the children from exploitation, which can adversely affect their health. Okay, and the last one you can see, which fundamental right restores the right violated in above case. So definitely there is only one, that is the right to constitutional remedies, which will restore the rights violated in the above. Okay, so this is all about from section B and section C, 32 marks. Okay, so hope this video will help you a lot. Okay, so if you find this video helpful, then please do comment me. That will give me encouragement also, and please share among your friends so that it will help them also to get an idea how the answers to be written. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Please take care, stay safe. Bye bye.